trying to wallow in the hope of what can be. Not what's been taken away.
And they get it to Jordan coming off the screen. Pass Curry, nice inside, and he punches it down right over Mourning. Oh my goodness, what a... Hello and welcome everyone to Chicago, Illinois. Tonight's early 90s matchup hits the defending champion Chicago Bulls against one of the most exciting athletic young teams in the NBA, the Charlotte Hornets.
And Kevin, even though Chicago is the more seasoned team, it's a stretch to say the better team. I think this is one of those matchups that can give them trouble.
And it all starts with that fearsome front court for Charlotte. Larry Johnson, Grandmama, the #1 overall pick in '91. Alonzo Mourning, the #2 pick in '92. Strong, explosive, and fiery competitors.
And, of course, the question for the Hornets will be dealing with Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan on the wings. We'll see how all that pans out. And as we look at this Bulls team, of course, we mentioned Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Here's Curry, and he finishes at the rack.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Well, Jordan said he didn't believe in a single greatest player. He said that each era had its own greatest player. That the ones that had gone before him had made what he achieved possible.
And I think that there's some truth to that, guys, because it's so difficult to compare players of different eras. And yet, I think we'd all agree that Michael was the best. I mean, he was probably the greatest player of all time, and I haven't met many people who would disagree with that.
Even numbers. He goes up. Newman commits the loose ball foul. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Horace Grant, he's checked in for King. Pippen comes in for Williams. And it's Jordan in for McRae. The Hornets also changing it up. Mourning's checked in for Green. Wingate comes in for Newman. And it's Bogues in for Bennett.
Now, B.J. Armstrong went to work in the Bulls front office upon retirement. But he's since gone into the agent business. In fact, he represents Derrick Rose.
And, you know, for B.J. Armstrong, it's about trying to help younger players, whether it's on the court or off the court. I think that's one of his great qualities, the fact that he wants to see young players succeed.
Here's Grant. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Grant's got his first 2 points. Jumps up, and he converts the layup.
Well, I know what it was like to play with Jordan, but Clark, what were your impressions of playing against him?
Well, I didn't have to go head-to-head with him too much, but I didn't hear him talk a whole lot. I knew he was extremely competitive and a big-time point producer, that's for sure. I didn't get the wrath of his trash talking because by the time he was starting to do that on a regular basis, I was sitting courtside with a microphone.
Here's Curry. Curry knocks down the long-range bomb.
Now, he's gotten his legs underneath him because he's having a heck of a quarter.
They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin. And I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Steve, you were one of the fortunate few who played with Michael Jordan. How was he as a teammate?
Well, Clark, he was incredibly demanding. I mean, he was such a leader, and he drove everyone so hard in practice on a daily basis. And it was not easy. I mean, he would get on you if he didn't think you were bringing it. So he really forced everybody to lift the level of their game.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Will Purdue's checked in for Cartwright, and it's Paxson in for B.J. Armstrong. Then for the Hornets, Johnson, he's checked in for Gaddison. Hill comes in for Curry, and Bennett subbed in for Bogues.
Good basketball instincts on display there, making it happen.
And it's the Hornets' ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Bennett. Johnson right side. Gets himself open and drills it. And we've reached halftime in this one. See you in just a moment, live here from Chicago. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
And the individual awards for Michael Jordan, just staggering. I mean, staggering. 5-time league MVP, a 14-time All-Star, 9-time first-team All-Defense, and an NBA record 6 Finals MVPs.
Setting the floor for the Hornets, they've got Gill. Johnson is out there with Wingate. Then it's Bogues, and it's Mourning in at the center. And for Jordan Clark, you know, he could have had a lot more awards if not for his 2 retirements in the midst of his career. What do you think, Steve, let's bring you into, why do you think he needed that time away from the game?
Well, I think he was burned out, Kevin. I mean, you think of the focus on him, the constant scrutiny and attention. And I think he just kind of got worn out from it. He had won 3 titles in a row in Chicago at that point, so he decided to step away. And I think that rejuvenated him because he came back stronger than ever.
Money shot, and the shot is good.
Man, they are just lighting him up from mid-range area.
You know, sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that shot, the in-between shot.
Knocked loose.
Well, credit the defense, but you've got to be more careful with the ball.
Cartwright using his tremendous length to grab the board.
Scottie Pippen had a career most guys can only dream about, guys. In his 17 years in the league, he made it to the postseason 16 times. I mean, he's just a winner.
He misses the free throw.
And, you know, his teammates, guys.
Now Bogues. Now Smith defending. Shoots from 12. And again, the Hornets missing. Jordan against Curry. Open look. And the jumper is on the mark. 10 points for Jordan.
And you know, Michael never lost that scoring touch. Even as a 40-year-old, in one game after turning 40, he went for 43 points. The only player ever to pull that off.
And the Hornets call time here. They're leading by 7. 1:02 left in the 4th quarter. Johnson, he's checked in for the Hornets. Hill comes in for Newman. Here's Johnson. And the Hornets miss again. Here's Chicago. They trail by 7. Misses from close range. Clark, they're in good position here to ride it out.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, if they just play smart right here, Kevin, this game's pretty much over.
Smith against Bogues. There's the dish to Johnson. 6 to shoot. And the big slam for Larry Johnson.
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
Chicago calls timeout. They're losing by 9. 30 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Seconds left to play in the final quarter. Elbow shot is on the way. And again, it's Michael Jordan.
Man, he continues to rack up the numbers.
Guys, I tell you what, this is as well-rounded a game as you'll see.
Bogues against Smith. Smith against Bogues. Smith is whistled for reaching in. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Muggsy Bogues taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Two for 2, and it's a 9-point ball game.
Huge free throws there, Kevin. He just put this game out of reach.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.